And laminated.
Nice, laminated. And 2 stubby, cool.
So now we've got 4 nights here. 4 nights here.
We're not doing anything scientific. We're just like, these are our opinions based on feel. There's no metrics involved. But since we've started lapping, we've gone up over Thunderbolt's Way on our way out of Newcastle in New South Wales, and the car was like, there was no bueno. The car was like, I'm not happy, I'm towing a lump, I'm only 3 litres, mate, give me a break. Coming down the backside of a range, and I try and use the caravan brakes. I've got the controller set as best I know how. I haven't smelled any bad brakes or anything like that, and it's not given us a fright. Car goes well. Forums are polarised between 2 camps. Just don't worry about it, it's a tough truck, and away you go. And some of the other people are just like, well, you need to get a transmission cooler of whatever brand you like. Get that fitted, because cooler temperatures just means your oil lasts longer, and it's just better for running your car. Have a scan gauge too, fitted. It sits on my dash right next to my tyre pressure monitoring system, and that plugs into the OBD2 port. Very pleased with it. My background is aircraft maintenance, either in the Air Force or in the civilian industry, but still working on military aircraft. So for me, it's all about the numbers. Running at about 98 degrees automatic transmission temperature. My EGT's going up now because the car's slowing down. You might be able to hear that as we're going up a bit of a hill, carrying a little bit of water too. So it's obviously going to pop up into the water. Temperature is fine, and it actually mirrors reasonably closely what the transmission temperature is doing, because the lower section of the Isuzu DMAX radiator, that's the coolant system for the ATF. We're going into Just Autos in Nambour, and we're having the transmission cooler fitted. It's getting a new valve body put on the automatic transmission, so air selection's going to be a lot more positive. It's also going to be better for cooling, so I've got 2 cooling benefits to help the transmission out, and we're going to have it remapped to get a little bit more power out of it, nothing wild. The 4JJ motor in the Isuzu D-Max, they're awesome. They're underrated, so they're very reliable, and you get a lot of power out of them, but you know how it is with 4-wheel drives, boys. You buy 4-wheel drive.
One thing on, you need 3 more.
Yep, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And I never was a car guy. Yeah, my brakes. Right, so the brakes on the D-Max, they're discs on front and drums on the back. Been noticing they are spongy, there's not a lot of feel there, and like, you need to stop now and you need to stop quicker, and it's not doing it. New rotors from Delios, we're having a better compound brake pad, and we're having steel braided lines, which means when you put your foot down, we don't have any expansion of the rubber, and it's going to be just a better feel of the brakes, which is what I'm after. Just Autos is the one up the sunny coast, so you rolls the dice to a certain degree. I've spoken to Dave, I guess he's the service manager, about 3 or 4 times. He's always very prompt, answers all my questions. Hey, good morning. Very exciting day. Yes, it is. We're going to Just Autos. They come highly recommended in 4-wheel drive modification circles. So they're giving us a car for couple of days while we get the work done.
Good afternoon for a change.
Good afternoon. We are super stoked. We have our truck back. We've just been to Just Autos and we've picked up the DMAX after a couple of days getting some love. So the temperatures are definitely cooler. The gearbox is a little firmer, but nothing outrageous. And the brakes, well, it's stopping well. Instantly I'm noticing for the Remapped tune that it's been tuned for towing purposes. So most of the big gains are right down the bottom end. We've got a nice printed out dyno printout. We may pop that up. The Jace is LC200 all kitted out, parked in the car park, which is like
One big truck.
one big truck, and Just Autos do all the performance tuning and upgrades for the All for Adventure boys. We are just heading off and we're very excited this morning because the DMAX is getting its first tow after the upgrades that we did at Just Autos. Oh, two, look at it.
Easy.
And we're full of water.
Yes.
And we are barely ticking over, people.
We've just pulled up and parked in Kenilworth at the showgrounds. We've got power and water. It's $20 a night. It's pretty cool. We've just had about an hour and a half run over from Coolum, up some steep grades, some windy roads, little bit of traffic, not really getting on the motorways or anything like that. But I can already tell that the tune from Just Autos, keeping that power right down low, has been an absolute godsend for this. It's a different car altogether. We gave it a bit of a brakes test and that was awesome. So the brakes working. I didn't see over 75 degrees on the automatic transmission, so that's working. So all those mods that we've done, which is the brake upgrade and the transmission cooler and the transmission valve body and the torque tune down low for towing, has just worked a treat. It's a new car, so I'm going to have to learn how to drive. So that's the new DBA rotor on the front. Works very well. And under the bonnet, it's the Torque power module has been removed in lieu of a tune. And down here is the wholesale automatics transmission cooler. It's quite thin and this is doing the job really well. As I've mentioned previously, we've got 15 months of travel in the States, about 8 months here. We've got a lot of big trips planned for later on in the year, so we've got lots of YouTube videos there. If you like what we're doing on YouTube, please go and have a look. Consider subscribing. Hit that notification button so when Leanne pops another movie up, you'll get notification of it and you'll see where we are and what we're doing. So until we see you on the next video, take care.